Welcome students. Welcome to the lecture number 3 of chapter, that is conditional and looping constructs. In the previous lecture we have performed these two questions in Python software. Okay, so let's continue our question series, and the next question in our series is write a program to find whether a person get profit or loss or no profit or loss by selling an item. Okay, so we have to find whether the person gets a profit or a loss, or either no profit or no loss. Okay, so first of all we simply make a logic building for it, and then we prepare the program, right? So here I have opened the notepad paintbrush application for it. So basically the aim of our program is to find profit or loss or no profit, no loss. Okay, so this is the question, this is our aim, that we have to find the either profit or loss or no profit no loss. Okay, so we know that whether we want to find the profit or loss, we need the two things. Okay, and those two values that we require is basically the cost price, which we indicate by CP, that is cost price, and the second thing that is required is basically the SP, that is the selling price. Okay, when we have both these values with us, only then we can find out whether the person is getting a profit or a loss or no profit or loss. Okay, so in the data collection part, we have to first take the value of cost price and selling price. Okay, so we will take the value of cost price and selling price. Okay, so as we know that there are three categories, three forms in which we can take the data. Either the data is given in the question, either the value of the data is given in the question, or if it is not given in the question, then some criteria must be there, or if there is no criteria, then obviously we have to take the value from the user. Okay, so obviously there are three ways in which we can get the value of this variable CP and SP, but as per the question we have to take the value from the user, because in the question its value is not given and neither any criteria is given for obtaining the value of cost price and selling price. So let's take the value from the user. Now once we get the value from the user, then what we have to do, we have to do the process part. Okay, and in that process we have to first compare the values of cost price and selling price with each other. Okay, so the first thing that we will do, we will check that whether the selling price value is greater than the cost price value. Okay, we will first check this expression, that whether the selling price value is greater than cost price value or not. Obviously there may be a two answer in this case. Either this condition is true or this condition is false. Okay, but suppose if this condition is true, then it means that the person is getting a profit. Okay, and how we can get the profit? So profit is calculated as SP minus CP. Okay, and then we will show that the person is getting a profit in this situation when the value of the selling price is more than the cost price. But suppose if that is not greater than cost price, okay, then we can't say that you are getting a loss, because we have to check one more situation over here, and that situation is basically whether the value of cost price is greater than the selling price. Okay, so obviously when we check this second condition, whether the value of cost price is greater than the selling price, there may be two possibilities. Either this condition may be true or it may be false. Okay, so there are only two possibilities with it. But suppose if the given condition is true, it means the cost price is greater than the selling price, so it shows that the person is getting loss. Okay, and how is loss will be calculated? When we minus subtract the cost price from the selling price, we get the lost amount. Okay, and what is will be the third case? Suppose if the cost price and selling price both are same. Okay, if a person purchase an item at a cost price of 500 rupees and sell that item at a selling price of 500 rupees, so it means the cost price and selling price is equal. Then what will happen in that case? So in that case we have to show a message that no profit, no loss. Okay, so we have to tackle this situation like this, right? Because as per the question given, we have to show either profit or loss, or no profit or no loss situation. Okay, so now the logic building is ready with us, and let us show the result to the users. Okay, so for that we have to write the code. So this is my Python interactive mode. I open a new file over here for writing the code. Okay, and let me first just minimize the size of this so that I can write the code as well as consider my logic, okay, which I have created just right now. Okay, so let's write the program. So according to this, we have to take the value of the CP and SP, that is cost price and selling price, from the user. So let's take the value CP is equal to int input, and in the input we write enter the cost price. Okay, price is equal to, right? And similarly we will take the value of selling price also. So in this case we will write over here enter the value of selling price, and over here we write SP. Okay, so now we have taken the value of selling price and cost price, and my data collection part is over. Now I have to switch over to the process part. In the process part, first of all I have to check this condition. Okay, so I will write if SP is, that is selling price, is greater than cost price. If this situation is right, then what we have to do, let's take P for finding the profit, and in P we have to find the difference of SP minus CP, and then we will print the message that print profit is equal to rupees, comma, and then we will print the value of P. Okay, so this is the if part. Now we move to the next part, that is elif part. Okay, so in elif part we will check whether the CP is greater than SP. Okay, if this part is right, then it is a loss, and in that case we will find the difference of CP minus SP, and then we will print loss is equal to rupees, comma, P. Okay, sorry, not P, it's L. Now the last one is else, and in else, as you can see that we have to show the message that you have no profit and no loss. So we'll simply write print no profit, no loss. Okay, so I have written the code as per this given criteria. So let's run this code. Okay, but before running the code, first we have to save the code. Okay, when we click first file, save. Okay, so let's save our code in this. It's program 1. Okay, let's give the name as PROG program 1. Now let's run this F5. Now it is asking me the cost price. I have given the cost price as 450 and the selling price is 510. Okay, so it will show me that I'm getting a profit of around rupees 60. Okay, and suppose if I run it again and it asks me the cost price, I have given the 420 is the cost price and the selling price is 385. So it is showing me the loss of rupees 35. Okay, and when I run this code again and put the amount as 420 and selling price also as 420, then it will show me the message that no profit, no loss. Okay, so this is basically the coding for that question. Okay, you can note it down in your register. Now let's move to the next question. So let's close it. So we have solved the third number question. Let's see that whether there are more questions in that series or not. Yes, there are more questions also. So the next question is that write a program to find total, percentage and grade of a student in 5 subjects. Okay, so we have to find the total, percentage and also the grade of a student in 5 subjects. And for the grade, it is given that if the percentage is between 0 to 49, then the grade is D. If it is 50 to 69, then the grade is C. If it is between 70 to 89, then B. Then if it is greater than or equal to 90, then the grade is A. So let's sort out this question. So let me first clear the screen now. So in this case, we have to find 3 things. Okay, so we have to write a program to find total, comma, percentage and grade. So we have to find 3 things in this case, and that is total, percentage and grade, and all this in 5 subjects. So number of subjects given to us is basically 5. So obviously we have to check that how we have to proceed. Now when we talk about the total, okay, so what will be the formula for the total if we have 5 subjects with us? So obviously total is basically, suppose S1 denotes the subject number 1, then S2, then S3, then S4, then S5. Okay, so we get the total by this expression if we add the marks of all the subjects, right? After that, the next thing that we have to find is the percentage. Okay, so let's see what will be the expression for finding the percentage. So the percentage is basically total. Okay, and if each subject is of 500 marks, then we will multiply total by 100, and then what will we do? We divide this term, that is total by 500. Okay, so this will be the formula for finding the percentage. But you can see that if this 00 is cancel and this 00 is cancel, then in that case what will become the formula? The formula will become that we have to divide, for getting the percentage, we have to divide total by 5. Okay, and remember one thing, if we put double slash over here, then we will get the answer in non-decimal. Okay, if the numerator and denominator both are in integer. Now okay, now we have the total with us. Okay, and we know the formula for finding the percentage. But there is one more thing that is also given in this question to find, and that is basically the grade. Okay, so you have to find the grade also. But over here you can see that in the question, for finding the grade, a complete table is given, and in that table the main base is basically the percentage. Okay, now you can see this question, we have to find the grade, but grade depends on the percentage, because on the basis of the percentage we are assigning grades. Okay, so the grade that is denoted by G is basically depends on the percentage. Okay, so this is our aim. Now let's do the second part, that is called as the data collection. Okay, so the next thing is basically the data collection. So what we have to do in the data collection? First, how to find the total. For finding the total, we want the value of these marks in all the subjects, all 5 subjects. Okay, so we want the marks in subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 as well as subject 5. So we want the marks in all these subjects. Okay, and when we think that how we can get the marks of all these subjects, and obviously In the question, the values marks of all these subjects is not given. Okay. Similarly, there is no criteria for getting the marks. So what we have to take? We have to take the marks from the user. Okay. So we will take the marks in all the 5 subjects from the user. And once we get the marks in all the 5 subjects, okay, then we will switch to the process part. In the process part, first we will find the total. That total is basically is equal to S1 plus, sorry, it's S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4 plus S5. So in this way you can find the total, and once you get the total, then you have to add in the percentage, and for the percentage the criteria is basically the total divided by 5. Okay. Now the third thing that left is basically the grade. Okay. And for grade we have to write a complete series, because you know that in the grade case, if we have given a complete criteria, that percentage, if in this case, then the grade is D. If it is 50 to 69, then C. 70 to 89, then B. Okay. So we have given a criteria over there. If the grade is 0 to 49, then you will get the grade D. If the percentage from 50 to I think 69, then your grade is C. If your percentage from 70 to 89, then your grade is B. And if your percentage is greater than equal to 90, then your grade is A. Okay. So let's do this question. Okay, and I will open a new file first, right? So this is a new file. So let's write the code. So first of all, we have to take the value of all the 5 subjects. Okay, because in data collection we have to first take the value of S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. We have to take all values of all the subjects from the user first. So let's do it. S1 is equal to int input enter marks in subject 1. Okay, right. So this statement is complete. Let me copy and paste this statement 5 times. Okay, and in this I will take S2, this is for S3, S4 and S5. Similarly, I will have to change over here also. Over here I will write subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 and subject 5. Okay, so now I have the marks in all the 5 subjects. Then we have to go to the process part. In the process part, first find the total. So total is equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus S4 plus S5. Okay, now after total we have to go find the percentage, and for percentage we will write total divide by 5. Okay, so now we have total and percentage with us. Now on the basis of the percentage we have to show the grade to the user. So if we write if the value of percentage is less than equal to 49. So if you can see over here that this condition percentage less than equal to 49 covers this entire range, that is 0 to 49. Okay, so in that case we will print the message that your grade is it's D. So we will print this message that your grade is D. Then elif, because there are some more conditions also. If percentage is less than equal to 69. Okay, so now you can see that if the percentage is not less than equal to 49, then the control moves to the next part, that is the elif part. And if it check if the percentage is less than equal to 69, that is from 50 to 69, then you have to print the message that your grade is your, let's take it G capital, grade is C, right? And then that's not all, because we have one more 2 more conditions with us. So if the percentage is not less than equal to 69, then it moves to the third case. Okay, and over here we write if percentage is less than equal to 89. Okay, in that case print your grade is, sorry, it's B, right? And suppose if this last condition is also false, then it means the percentage must be greater than or equal to 90. So we will write print your grade is A. Okay, so this is our question answer. So we have completed the program, and this program is look like this. Okay, so one more thing we will do, we will also display the percentage and total marks also. So print, write that total marks is equal to comma total. Okay, and after that we will show the percentage at print percentage is equal to comma per. Okay, it's per. So now the user will see the total marks as well as the percentage, and then he will see the grade also. So let me run this program. So first I have to save this program also. So I have given the name as program 2. Now the first thing that it asked me is the marks in the first subjects. Let me give the marks as 78, in the second subject 85, and yes, in the third subject I am giving the marks as 81. This is 91, and the last subject, that is suppose malo 88. So you can see that total marks is 423 and the percentage is 84 and grade is B. Obviously the percentage is 84, and we know if the percentage is 84 means it is lying in the range of 70 to this 80 case. Okay, 89 case. So obviously the percentage will be, sorry, the grade will be B. Okay, so this is basically the code for that question. Okay, if you want you can note it down also. Now after that we move to the next question. If that question is given, that write a program to display total water bill charges of a month depending upon the number of units consumed by the customer as per the following criteria. Okay, over here it is written for the first 100 units the rate is 5 per unit. For the next 150 units the rate is 10 rupees per unit, and if it is more than 250 units then the rate is 20 per unit. Also add meter charges of 75 per month to calculate the total water bill. Okay, so first of all we have to find the bill as per the number of units consumed by the user, and once that figure is with us we have to add 75 more in that as a meter charge. Okay, so let me first prepare the logic of this question and then we write the program. Okay, so okay, so let me clear the screen, and now according to the question we have to do a program, write a program to find water bill of a customer. Okay, so we have to find the water bill of the customer. Okay, and whatever we have given the case, according to that the water bill that we have to find. So this water bill is basically that is where we have net bill is first of the bill as per the unit, and then we have to add the MR, that is meter charge. Okay, let's type it MET underscore CHG. So this represents the meter charge, that is of 75 rupees. Okay, so we have to solve this equation, this formula for it. Now let's move to the data collection part. Okay, in the data collection part first we have to find the bill unit. Okay, so how we can get the bill as per the given units. For that it is given us something that if the units consumed by the user is less than equal to 100. Okay, if you see the question for the first 100 units, okay, it is written over here that for the first 100 units, let me use a marker also, that the first 100 unit 5 per unit. Okay, So for the first 100 unit, the charges is rupees 5 per unit. Okay, so if the unit consumed by the user is less than equal to 100, so then what will be the bill unit? Then the bill unit will become the units consumed by the user, okay, multiply by 5. So this will be the bill unit. If this condition is true, okay, only in that case the bill unit is basically calculated by this approach. Okay, but suppose if the bill unit is not less than equal to 100, it is false, then we have another case with us, and that case told us that if for the next 150 unit, what does it means? That for the first 100 unit the charge is 5 rupees per unit, and if we consume more 150 units more, okay, so for the next 150 units the charge will be 10 rupees per unit. Okay, so let me explain you with an example. That suppose let me show you some little calculation. Suppose if the units consumed by the person is let it be 150 units. Okay, so obviously 150 is not less than 100, so this will not be the case. So how this 150 units is divided? Because we know that out of this 150 unit, for the first 100 units, okay, out of this 150 unit, the first 100 unit is charged at the rate of 5 rupees, and the balance units, okay, that is basically the balance one is basically the 50 units. Okay, the 50 units are left. So these left 50 units are calculated at the rate of 10 rupees per unit. Okay, so this one is fixed, and the rest 150 units, whatever be the left, that is calculated at the rate of 10 rupees per unit. So if the units is less than equal to 250, because we know that for the first 100 unit the charge is 5, and for the next 150, that after the 100 unit completes, then for the next 150 units the charges will be 10 rupees per unit. So 100 units the first one, and the next 150 units mean total 250 units. So if your units consumption is less than 250 units, and if this thing is true, okay, then what will happen? In that case the bill will be, so the bill is basically for the first 100 units it's rupees 5 per unit, plus then 250 minus unit whatever be the units, I will minus 100 from it. So the rest of the units will be charged at rupees 10 per unit. Okay, so for the first 100 units the 5 rupees per unit, and the rest of the units are charged at 10 rupees per unit. Okay, and if this condition is false, if the units are not less than equal to 250, and it means it is more than that, then we have to go to the third criteria. If more than 250 units, then 20 rupees per unit. Okay, so we will write like this. Then bill is equal to, for the first 100 unit it is 5 rupees per unit, for the next 150 units it is 10 rupees per unit. Okay, so now after deducting these 250 units, whatever units are left, okay, so after minus subtracting the 250 units from the current unit, whatever unit is left, that will be charged as rupees 20. Okay, so the bill unit is calculated by this criteria. Okay, this criteria is given for calculating the bill unit. Okay, now one more thing is that is the meter charge. So meter charge is fixed, that is the meter charge is basically 75. Okay, so so bill unit is calculated by this criteria, the meter charges is basically 75. So obviously we will add these two to get the net bill. So let's do the program. Okay, right, so file, new file, Alright, so we will write the program over here, and also I open the logic building section also. So you can see that in this case first we have to take the units from the user. So units is equal to int input and enter the units consumed. Okay, so the unit consumed is entered by the user. So once we get the value of the unit consumed, then we will move according to this criteria. So if units is less than equal to 100, in that case the bill is basically units multiplied by 5. Obviously the bill is units multiplied by 5. Then elif, if the units is not less than equal to 100, if it is less than equal to 250, because for the next 150 we have to see now. So for the next this, if then bill is basically equal to 100 into 5 plus the balance units after detecting the first 100 units, and that unit will get multiplied by 10. Okay, and the last one is basically the bill is equal to 100 unit, first 100 units with at the rate of 5, then the next 150 unit at the rate of 10, and the balance units minus 250. So the balance units will be calculated at the rate of 20. So in this way the bill is calculated. Now for getting the net bill we have to just add 75 rupees as a meter charge in this, and then we will show the print your net bill is equal to comma net. Okay, so we can simply show the net bill, and also if we want to show the bill also, then we can also write like this, print your bill is, that is bill. Okay, your net bill after adding meter charges. So this will be the answer. So now we have written the program. Okay, so this is our program. So let's run it, and okay, we will give the name as program number 3. Alright, so now it asked me about the number of units consumed, and suppose if I have given the number of units consumed as 310, that is more than 150, or sorry 250. So you can see that your bill is 3200 and your net bill after adding the meter charge is 3275, because 75 is the meter charges, so it is added in the bill amount. Okay, so in this way we have solved this question. And now our question series of based on the relational operator is finished. So I hope you get the idea about how you can solve the question based on if else, and if elif chain also. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.